You hear that? It's the sound that us Oklahomans hate to hear. And lucky for us, we get to hear it every Saturday. Ooh, boy. We tried to wrap the scoop and we didn't have wrap glue to hold it on the edges. And it didn't get time to stick. And like the night we did it, it got like 50 when we finished up. And then like the next day it was 30 degrees, so that shit didn't have a chance. But looks cool. Anyways, finally home, back from Houston. Had a wonderful time. If y'all didn't watch the part 1 and 2 trips of going to Houston, y'all need to check that out. It's pretty cool. The part 2 was like what we did the whole Sunday there, and we had a really good time. Met Brian, Brio Avant, and well, we seen Juan at OTM, but they both hooked us up with some stickers, so they made it to the fridge. I got some more stickers to put on there too, but I gotta make sure which ones I'm putting on the truck first before I, you know, throw them away on the fridge door, because I gotta make sure I got my brands, you know, lined out here. I gotta put my members only on there. My boys, Angel and Hugo at Las Vegas Tire in Chakotah here that hooked us up with the rims and tires. They sent me some stickers. So I gotta have Las Vegas Tire on here. I'm gonna throw members only in there because we gotta support the 14 to 18 dash swap homies. Because really, if we were all parked next together, I think we're missing like a 99 to 03, and then we're missing a cat eye. But there's like every generation, because they've got a square body, and then I've got the OBS, and then Brian has the NNBS. I mean, we're covering the bases, boys. And then I gotta get Bells when he finishes tuning it. We gotta get Bells on there. And then I'm trying to think, there was some other one I was meaning to put on there. Anyways, I'm babbling. As you can tell here, we got shit everywhere. And when I say shit everywhere, I mean shit everywhere. From when we did the vents, some stuff for the bike, mainly just boxes from the bike, and then had to help the mother-in-law get the Christmas stuff down, because y'all already know November 1st you got to start putting your Christmas stuff up. So anyways, I'm gonna get to cleaning some shit up because it's like killing me and it needs to be done. And if nobody's ever said it to you, you can never be more efficient than you can be when you have a clean place to work in. So like clean countertops, clean bench, tools where they're supposed to be. That's when you can do your best and get done. So I'm gonna spend a few minutes cleaning everything up, trying to get everything decent. And then I think what we're gonna try to knock out today is, we already rolled this fender. I'm gonna bang on it some more, make sure it's good, and then we're gonna bang on all the other fenders so I can set this bitch back down. And then probably for today, because we got to clean up the yard, but I'm waiting on some stuff for the chainsaw, I'll probably try to get this tube cut off and then find a piece of plastic to shove in there and melt. I'm going to melt it with a soldering iron and melt the plastic in there. And then just I have some sanding wheels for my Dremel, so I'll just kind of sand it and try to polish it a little bit to make it look like it belongs there. I mean, this manifold won't be here forever. Hopefully I'll upgrade to like a Holly or a Texas Speed or something like that later on. But I'm gonna do that so that I can get the throttle body on, because if y'all remember before, where that nipple is on that manifold is right here, and it would be in the way of my throttle body. So I got to get that cut and shaved and fixed so I can put my throttle body on here. And then that's all I'm gonna say for now, because I don't know how much more I'll be able to get done today before I got to get back in the yard. But other than that, let's get to it. It's a little better. I Y'all be proud of me. I finally emailed IHC about the shock relocators, which at this point I ordered that in like March or April. And then finally James reminded me about the what was the last thing? Oh, the drop shackles. And they kind of acted like they didn't want to give me those. Which, I mean, I get it. You know, you're a big company and there's people out there who want to just get free shit. But I never got it in the kit, so. The shock relocation things, I keep forgetting about them, but everybody else that I know that has an IHC kit's like, yeah, dude, that's what you're supposed to get. You're supposed to get that. So, I finally emailed them for them. You'll be proud of me for that, so we'll see if they want to give them to me or not. If they don't, I'll just buy some eBay Johnnies, because we were pushing on it to try to see if I rolled the tires in enough. And this thing is bouncy, dude. Like, it's softer than Granny's 88 Cadillac, so hopefully if I can get those relocation deals, hopefully that'll stiffen it up enough, because it hits the notch. It, like, you can bounce it easy enough to get it to hit the notch, like, easy. So got to get that taken care of. But as far as rolling the fenders, I think we're all good. The front's rolled in way easier than the back, so I think I'm way clear on the front. But the backs, they're close, but I don't know. I think it's enough. I'm gonna put some miles on it and see if, you know, some driving actually it does put marks on the sidewall of the tire. And if it does that, I'm just going to take them back off on the back. And I'm going to just cut a couple slits in it with like a cutoff wheel or something. And then that'll relieve it enough to where I can fold it all the way in. But other than that, Chris is out here. He's getting to some of that body work action. Getting the other side of the bed started up. We're close on this side. Still got to do some of the stuff on the side. But he's out here. He's got to take it easy. So running a sander back and forth. Pretty not super strenuous work. Getting all that done, and then so now we got some time. The girls went shopping, go grocery shopping, so we got some time. I'm gonna go ahead and get this intake job knocked out, how I said I was gonna eliminate that. And I'm not gonna record the whole thing, but all I'm gonna do is take a Dremel cutoff wheel. I'm gonna cut this off, and then find a, if I can, I'll flip this whatever you call it, nipple or whatever. I'm gonna flip this around to where it'll fit inside that hole, and then I'm just gonna melt it with the soldering iron, and then that'll be that. Then I put the throttle body on, and then I might start looking at seeing how hard it's gonna be to switch the throttle cable out. So let's get to that. Ooh boy, Chris made a pretty big dent. Looking good. As for me, I've been battling with this shit. I would just show you this and say, yeah, man, it was super cake. That's all there was to it. But man, I've been fighting with it for a minute. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. So when I cut it off, I took that nipple and I got it real hot with the blowtorch. Okay. So I'm thinking it's gonna contract, right? Well, it kind of did, but not really, but it got real soft. So what I did is I kind of smashed it while it was soft, like a plug. And then I got it real hot, like it was on fire hot. And then I put it out and shoved it in right quick, and then kind of smashed it out and made a good little plug of it. Well, I noticed there was kind of a ring around it. And so I got this little pick tool I got, and I kind of caught an edge of it and tried to pop it out, and it came out. It didn't like adhere. It didn't burn into the plastic like I thought it would. So I found, but it did, however, make like a perfectly formed plug, right? So I took that and I got it real hot again. I caught it on fire, and then I smushed it in there as much as I could just smash it in. And then I took this ABS that we got laying around, and I took and cut a couple squares like this, and what's on there is 2 squares, so the hole kind of like sank in a little bit. And then I took 2 of those squares and got them real hot with a pair of pliers and just kind of smashed them on there, and then took like the backside of the pliers like this and just kind of smashed it in like that, and just kind of kept heat on it back here so it'd kind of goo up and melt in. Packed it in, and then took the old, which you can see it's not too friendly with plastic, but took that and kind of sanded it out, smoothed it up, made it half decent, made sure I got the burrs off this front face, and then scuffed it up, and it's all smooth. I mean, it's coarse, it's not polished like this is, but well, that's not even polished, but it's not baby smooth, but I think it'll do. I keep pushing on it and I'm not seeing any movement. I think that last little kind of push, shoving it in there, solidified it. So while I was kind of brainstorming the second time on that, I went ahead and pulled remember when we were spitting and popping, backfiring through the intake? Boy, it charred the shit out of this, and I'm wondering if my idle air control valve is still functional. I mean, it's shut right now, but it's charred in there. So I'm gonna take some brake cleaner to that, bet your ass, and clean it up. I did notice one thing though. So this intake took bolts, and this one had studs. So I'm gonna see if I can take these studs out and run the studs into that. I don't know if John took the studs out of that one or if that one was just bolt style and just had like screws that went into it. Not real sure on that. So I'm gonna try to take these studs out if they're meant to come out, which I think they are, because there's a little flat spot right here where they bottom out. So I'm gonna try to pull these out. I think I have one of these sockets, but I might not. If it comes out, it does. If it don't, it don't. And it won't be hard to get. Basically, I'll just take and use pliers or something and pry that out, and then thread it in there and make sure that's the right thread. Or I probably got bolts laying around. Honestly, I probably got some bolts laying around. Worst comes to worst, I'm gonna find some bolts and run some bolts in there. But we're gonna say the plug's good. We'll see if I can't scrounge up some bolts or something, and probably wrap this video up. Decisions. Well, Chris is about done getting this one sanded down where we need it to be before we start doing some filler. I think we got lucky this side. We don't have to pull nothing. Didn't have any big dents. Whoever, man, this molding, like whoever, this bed had been painted like a couple times, but this side, it's weird, we're sanding it and we're not seeing any red. But on the other side, it had red under the black, so that's kind of confusing. But
under the sealer.
Yeah, under the sealer. It was so weird. It's like,
yeah, it's been a weird side.
It doesn't make sense how the paint was done on this truck, but they like taped around the molding because there was like clear coat like lines you could catch your nail on around here. And then the dude Daniel that had this before had his chrome trim on there, which is probably done over several years, not just when he had it. But that trim had dug into the paint, so we're sanding through that lip.
Right here.
Yep. That molding sucks, guys. You pretty much got to commit to it. If you ever put it on something, you gotta keep it forever, unless you want to do all this work and get rid of it. But as far as the throttle body situation, that cooled off finally, and I think we're in good shape on it. Cut the hose and got it back in the right spot. And then the studs, I wanted to tell you guys, that did work out great. I got a 4mm socket, and a 4mm socket is like tight on that. It works perfect. So stuck a 4mm on there, and with a 1/4" ratchet just turned it loose, and all three of them screwed right out, no problem. Screwed them right back into here, tightened the bolts down, changed the gasket, plugged everything back up, ran our probably can't see that side too good, but ran the steam port lines. And then I brought my little skimpy alternator line, that's temporary AF, up, and zip tied them together. And then kind of ran them through here so they're half decent looking. But on that note, I'm gonna say we got our goal done for the day. I really wanted to get that done and get the fenders rolled, so we'll say we got that accomplished. Next thing up, definitely want to get the overflow tank mounted up. I've kind of messed with it earlier, and I think I got a good idea how I'm gonna do it. Get that mounted up and we can put water in it, and then I gotta fab up a couple little tabs like I was talking about earlier, so I can mount this baby up right here. And then I put training fluid in it, and then we're other than this little vacuum adapter I'm gonna have to get for the fuel pressure regulator, we're ready to start taking it to alignment and then to get exhaust, and then after that we're gonna get her tuned. So, oh yeah, and I gotta change the throttle cable on the pedal. But other than that, we're right there, boys. So bear with me. I'm gonna try to save the bike content for you guys. I'm not gonna work on that. I'm gonna focus on this so I can try to get it through the shops before the holidays. Thanksgiving's probably gonna interrupt it pretty bad, and then I gotta try to get it done like the first couple weeks of December so I don't catch all the shops while they're on vacation for Christmas and stuff. So oh yeah, well, I don't have much for sale. Nobody likes the MattyXBuilds tees or hats, apparently. So, anyways, I'm gonna save the bike content because I know a lot of you guys don't really care for it. So I'm gonna try to just finish the truck up as far as getting it to the shops and getting it drivable. And then while I have it, you know, away, which most of that stuff will only take a day or two, that's when I'll kind of lean more on the bike content. So other than that, I got a couple new stickers. We're working on a few more new stickers, and then I want you guys to let me know. I'm kind of thinking about beanies, but I'm not real sure. It's kind of a big investment, and if they flop and not very many of them sell, then it's kind of not worth it. I'm gonna eat a little bit on them. So y'all drop a comment below if y'all like a beanie, and if you would, let me know if you want like the fitted, like skull style one, scully, whatever they call them, or if you want one like that has a little rolled lip on it, which those are the ones I like a little bit more. But y'all drop a comment below, let us know on that so we can get the right merch out for you guys to support us with. And other than that, that's it for this one. Peace out. We'll see you later.